Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Virgo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with that being said, Virgo, let's get started. How does Virgo currently view this relationship? How does Virgo currently view this relationship? All right, Virgo. So we do have the moon, we do have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the world out here. For some of you, you could be dealing with a Cancer, possibly a Gemini, maybe even an Aquarius or a Scorpio, or a Leo. It doesn't necessarily have to be the case. But in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, it appears to me that something came to an end in your life, and whatever this thing was that came to an end in your life, it wasn't anything that you foresaw coming, is basically what I'm gathering. So this ending definitely took you by surprise, okay? Yeah, it definitely took you by surprise. So this could be like an ending of a marriage, possibly, a committed relationship that you were in. But yeah, it just kind of looks like this ending really did catch you by surprise. You did not see this one coming. You weren't anticipating or expecting whatever this thing was to essentially come to an end. All right, let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay. All right, so in regards to how this person's currently viewing this relationship, we do have the Nine of Cups, we do have the Page of Swords, and then we also have the Lovers out here to the Five of Wands, and then we also have the Six of Swords out here. In regards to how this person's currently viewing this relationship, I don't necessarily feel like this is somebody that you know, or this is somebody that you currently find yourself connecting with, Virgo. So let me just throw that out there, okay? I do feel like this is somebody that you're going to find yourself eventually meeting, but I just don't necessarily feel like you currently find yourself connecting with this person now. So this is kind of like a preview, I would say, of your relationship, I would say, / connection with this person that I do see you eventually meeting. The fact that this person's already showing up in your energy is kind of telling me you're going to meet this person a lot sooner than you were, possibly anticipating or expecting for, love to essentially show up in your life is basically what I'm getting. So let's talk about it. So I do see you meeting someone new, and I do see this person definitely showing a lot of interest in you. I am definitely getting that. However, I do feel like this relationship for them is going to be very challenging and very difficult, primarily because when the two of you do meet one another, they're going to be open and receptive to this connection. It's going to be you, though, that is going to end up switching up on this person. That is specifically what I'm getting. So when you meet this person and they meet you, you guys are going to both be very open and receptive towards one another. But I think that there's going to come a point in time where you're going to switch up on this person for whatever reason. I see you switching up on this person. It's like you go from being open and receptive to them in your relationship with this person to then all of a sudden not being open and receptive. It's like I said, it's kind of like the epitome of switching up on someone. And I do believe it's going to be very challenging and difficult for this person to build the relationship that they want with you. And I do feel like it has a lot to do with you fighting, against what you want with this person, how you feel about this person. I'm specifically getting that's like, the reason why you're essentially switching up on this person is because you're fighting against what you want with this person, how you actually feel about this person. Why are you fighting it? I don't know, but we'll see. But how does Virgo feel? Come here. How does Virgo feel? All right, Virgo. So when it comes down to how you either currently feel, for those of you who already met this person, or how you're going to find yourself feeling when you do meet this person, because for some of you haven't even met this person just yet, I do see you falling for this person at a very rapid pace. I do also see you feeling very drawn to them and their energy. But with the Magician to the Eight of Wands coming out here, that's kind of telling me that, technically speaking, Virgo, you manifested this new opportunity in love into fruition, okay? And it kind of looks like you're finally getting what it is that you always basically wanted, right? Now you're going to perceive this person as like the perfect person for you because technically speaking, you manifested them into fruition. So of course they're going to be the perfect person for you because you manifested them into fruition. So, when you meet this person, as I mentioned, you're going to be very open and receptive to this. You're going to find yourself falling for them and feeling very drawn to them and, their energy. So everything's going to essentially flow, I would say, in the beginning between you and this person. And things are going to unfold really nicely between you and this person as well. But how does this person feel, or how are they going to find themselves feeling when they do meet Virgo? Okay, so Virgo, in regards to how this person's going to find themselves feeling when they meet you, or how they already find themselves essentially feeling towards you, if of course you guys already met one another, this relationship for them is going to bring a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, as well as excitement into this person's life. This connection is going to make this person feel like they have something, you know, to look forward to, you know, hence the happiness, the joy, and the excitement. With the Hierophant coming out here, Hierophant does definitely speak of, you know, commitment, unity between two people, marriage. You know, these are things that they can see themselves essentially having with you. With the Death card coming out here, this person's life is definitely drastically changing, and it's definitely drastically changing because now you're a part of it. Now, I do see this person being very open and receptive. We don't see any sort of resistance coming from this person whatsoever. We don't see them fighting it. We just kind of see this person just going with the flow here. And as they go with the flow within this dynamic that they share with you, things start to, you know, get very, very serious here between you and this person. Now, I feel like once we see what you decide to essentially move, once we start to look into what you plan on doing moving forward, I think that it's going to essentially come out, you know, where we kind of see you like switching up on this person, where we might see you fighting against the natural flow of things, fighting against how you feel about this person, what you want with this person. So let's see, what actions will Virgo take towards this person or moving forward? Okay, so there's a lot of resistance coming from you. These are like phases, I would say, that you're going through. It's like you go from being open, optimistic, and receptive towards them, right? And your relationship with them towards, you know, well, that's what I just said. You're going to be open and optimistic and receptive towards them in your relationship with them. But then when we see you harness the Seven of Wands like energy, you know, this person's going to start to like experience the complete opposite from you, Virgo. You know, you go from being open and receptive to not being open and receptive. You go from going with the flow to not going with the flow. We just kind of see you harnessing like a very, very guarded energy here in the near future as things start to progress and get serious here between the two of you. So let's see what's going on with that. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this to me just feels like an energy of you talking yourself out of a really, really good opportunity. This to me just kind of feels like an energy of you talking yourself out of the very thing that you manifested into fruition, which is love and this connection that you currently share, you know, with this person. I just keep getting this energy of, I can't do this. 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 I think that you have a fear, Virgo, of going through this again. Right? Getting hurt and getting disappointed. And these are things that you're trying to essentially avoid from experiencing again. It's basically what I'm gathering, Virgo, and this is what's causing you to fall into this energy of, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I'm not trying to get hurt again. I'm not trying to waste my time again. I don't want to do this. 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 Do I think that eventually you'll come around? Yes. And it's going to be because this person to the right of me is going to be very consistent, very persistent with you. So I guess you could push this person away if you want to. I guess you could run in the opposite direction of this relationship if you want to. But this person's always going to try to find a way to reel you back in, is basically what I'm getting. So I think the two of you will eventually enter higher levels of commitment with one another? Absolutely. And I feel like it's going to be because they're going to do everything in their power to keep you in their life. They're going to do everything in their power to, like, you know, make sure you don't get up and run away from them. Because at the end of the day, this is somebody who does want to be with you. This is somebody who does see a lot of potential here between the two of you. So yeah, you're somebody that this person is definitely going to essentially fight to keep in their life. All right. So what actions? Yeah. What actions? All right. Yeah, this to me just kind of feels like an energy of you pulling away. It's not an energy of you severing ties with this person. It's more so like an energy of like you retracting your energy and pulling away from them. And it's something that I do believe this person is essentially going to notice, Virgo. But once this person starts to see you essentially pulling away, they're going to say something or do something to essentially reel you back in all over again. And I do believe it's going to essentially work. As far as like reeling you back in, all over again. But with the Hierophant to the High Priestess coming out here, I mean, this is somebody who feels a very strong, intense connection, with you already. So the moment you pull away or retract your energy from this person, or you start to like, switch up, they're going to instantly notice it right away is basically what I'm getting. And they're going to do everything in their power to like reel you back in all over again, Virgo. So like I said, dude, I mean, you could retract your energy from this person. You could pull away. You could even run in the opposite direction, if you want to, but just anticipate / expect this person to run after you. Just expect this person to fight to keep you in their life, because that's exactly what this person's going to do, Virgo. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.